Good morning, and hope you're well and good on this bright and breezy Wednesday morning, Wednesday, July 23rd. Curse of Naxxramas, Hearthstone's first adventure mode is here, and we're very excited to be in the morning doing a bit of streaming with you. So we are going to be jumping in. Last night we managed to do none other than Anubia Kran and the Grand Widow Felina herself. Today we're going to jump in and do a bit of Maexnna. To show you that, and then we're also going to try and do some class challenges as well as, I don't know what's going in there, maybe trying heroics as well. So let's get, firstly we shall show you the
Maexnna is a giant spider.
Maexnna is a giant spider, and this will complete our victory over the Arachnid Quarter. So, okay, what are we going to go for? Well, last time I went for a Shaman deck, and this time is what I'm going to go for as well. So this is going to be a little playthrough. As you can see, we've already completed Maexnna, but there will be a little bit of a guide as well. So Maexnna being the boss of the spider wing.
This is Maexnna.
And as Maexnna is a spider, she's not going to be speaking too much. However, you do have Kel'Thuzad jumping in some talks as well. I'm actually playing this in the ancestral Shaman deck, so we'll very soon see whether I win or lose the various mechanics that Maexnna has. So remember that Maexnna's ability, Web, for 3 mana, returns a random minion to your opponent's hand. That gets very frustrating. So generally, if you only have 1 minion down,
Poison will make your death mostly painless.
Mostly harmless, just like Douglas Adams would say. So Web Wrap, if you take a look, that returns a random enemy minion to your opponent's hand. If you only have 1 minion down, Maexnna is very likely to throw that just to keep bouncing minions back to you, which is really frustrating. So having more minions down in some ways against Maexnna is very handy. Maexnna goes second, so she coins into Pointed Creeper with a death rattle of summoning 2/2 spectral spiders. So as soon as that dies, I'm going to have 2 1/1s to deal with. Maexnna also swarms quite effectively, so I need to make sure that I have ways to deal with the swarming cards. A little hello to anyone who might be joining us at this bright and early time in the UK, or late on the West Coast as well, of course, but it's great to have you with us regardless. And a good hello to those in the EU as well, who might be at work or similar. Okie dokie, so in terms of our turn, I'm going to enter. I have a healing totem that's going to heal. Okie dokie, so we've got 2 of those Haunted Creepers down, so you can see already Maexnna is swarming us with spiders, very appropriate as she herself is a spider. However, as soon as I kill those, they're going to start bringing more minions up. So what I kind of need are some solutions to be able to make sure that I'm able to deal with not only killing these, but also killing the 1/1s that spawn up from them. So Lightning Bolt could have removed these, but then that would just create another couple of minions. I'm going to try creating a taunt. What I really want at the moment is some area of effect control. I need Lightning Strike or similar. Now, because it's turn 3, there we go, there's the Web Wrap, and oh, the healing totem.
Who just had his minion doomed.
Oh, now you can see. You can then sacrifice those spiders, as Maexnna has just done, and then she has instead 4 chipping minions that could be very, very painful, do a lot of damage to me. Righty then, I actually have a very nice combo here. I could start hexing things, there's no necessary need for that. Lightning Bolt would only remove 1 of these. What I can do is really, and I find this was useful against Maexnna in my last game, is get board control. So the reason I have a Shaman, but you could do this with another deck, is simply you want board control, you want lots of minions so that when Web Wrap is cast, it's probably not going to take something too crucial off of you. And then with my existing elemental, I can heal up with my totem, 2 wolves down. Okay, necrotic poison, that just removes the most nasty one. Web Spinner, when it dies, a random beast card will be added to the hand. That's a random beast card, I believe, from the game. And now Maexnna has had to sacrifice all of those spiders just to get through my tanks. So I feel in a nice position. There. If I really want to get rid of that Web Spinner effect, the beast could be anything. I just don't know what that's going to be. So I'm going to continue to try and cement my position on the table. I'm going to drop him out of tide. I'm going to get rid of that spider. That beast could be anything from a terrible beast to an amazing beast, just so you know. So we'll soon see whether it was a good idea not to hex or not. The sludge belch are going down. This is a slightly different version of the abomination. If you take take a look. He has more health, less attack, but then when he dies, he summons a 1/2 slime with taunt. So he's a 2 for the price of 1 tank. A very effective card, the Sludge Belcher. I look forward to seeing what we can do with him. A slight text change to Ancestral Spirit there. It's actually now a Death Rattle. So it can be silenced off the card, I believe, whereas previously it could not. I'm not entirely sure. I have to double check that. But in this turn, I think it's very sensible indeed. I could either just drop a Black Knight to destroy this minion, but then I'll summon another slime. That would get me table control, or I could hex. So I'm actually going to go for the destruction. The Death Knight will simply remove him, but his Death Rattle, of course, will come into effect. If I hexed him, then it wouldn't. But there you can see, there's the use that pops up. I have got myself in a nice position. I'm actually going to create another taunt in terms of my Knight. Taunt him up using Ancestral Spirit. And that. Good morning. Good morning. If you're on the west coast, we have web wrap again. So Maexxna, you can see, as we said at the beginning of this little guide straight playthrough, using web wrap to throw all of our minions back. Okay, Cobra's gone down. Another poisony minion, very much like a spider. So what we want to be doing is finding a way to remove that without touching it. Well, I've got lightning bolt, so that's absolutely fine. We have control there. I'm going to throw down a totemical. I'm going to lightning bolt my spell damage totem, 4 damage. That gets disappeared without doing any damage too much. I'll throw down a spirit wolf, and then finally I can throw down an ancestral spirit, which will be quite frustrating. A spirit wolf has taunt. Actually, I'm going to keep up. I think I'll actually tank. That's maybe a slight excessive play, but I've managed to keep up my mana tide totem for multiple turns, and as a result, we can see us. Of course, a big shout out to Ice Cold. Who's up so very early. Okie dokie, right, we have seen the Sludge Belcher hit the deck, and then he's reincarnates. Now, interestingly, the reincarnate card, destroy a minion, then return it to life with full health. So if you destroy it, you return it, then that's a very nice way of getting a Death Rattle's effect to happen twice, effectively. So he's managed to get 2 tanks, and also has his Maexnna has 2 tanks, and managed to get the Sludge Belcher back on the table. So against Maexnna, you can see you need control, we need to get table presence. That's an effective thing. However, fortunately I have Hex, and I'm not afraid to use it. So I'm going to drop 1 Hex on the nasty minion. I'm then going to remove the less nasty minion with one of my tanks. And as we go, I could have used the lightning bolt to keep my attack running, but really I'm in a very dominant position on the table. Maexxna's web wrap ability is not going to do too much to me, because it could remove a random minion, but I've got so many minions down it shouldn't cause too many problems. If you only have 1 tanking minion, it keeps getting bounced to your hand by web wrap. That's really, really annoying, for example. Now the next card there, the Anubar Ambusher. Death Rattle returns a random friendly minion to your hand. I don't particularly like that, so I'm actually, instead of playing Rag, I'm going to hex that and get that out of the way. Of course, I can't kill that Shade of Naxxramas, that's annoying. So what I am going to do is just ping that away. This buffs up every turn that is left on the table. A Lightning Storm would have been an option, but the other thing I can do, of course, even though it's stealth, no, I can't target it with stealth. Should have known that worth a go. I can still Lightning Storm, it may be a slight waste, but I'm going to drop a Falnos, really cement my authority on this table, and I now have pretty much complete table control. Even if he doesn't attack with this next go, I can Lightning Storm and remove any minions on the deck as well. And we can see Maexxna, the Shade of Naxxramas, has decided of all things. The web wrap, got my mana tide, so I'm not going to be drawing cards. The Shade of Naxxramas has taken rid of the Spirit Wolf, who has been reincarnated. We see Maexxna now throwing down many minions. Now, interesting options. Note that if I kill this creeper, it's just going to spawn more spiders. So what I want is an optimum play that will let me remove as many things as possible. I can Pyro. I can Pyro into killing a lot of my own minions. Wouldn't that be fun? Right, so all of those can be very easily controlled, and you can see Maexxna summons so many of these small minions that just having area clearance is really useful. And you can see in this deck I have 2. I've got the Wild Pyromancer for area clearance of small minions, area of effect damage, and then I also have a Lightning Storm as well, so I can play with some fun options here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw down the Wild Pyromancer, showing us that combo. I forgot I still don't have my second Hex, so that's a bit annoying. But what I can then do is, oh, this is going to be excessive. Right, hang on, let me do the right sequence of trades here. So what I want to do is remove that from the table, so it summons its 2 additional minions, and then that just sets me up very nicely for a lightning bolt. Excessive, yes. Satisfying, absolutely. You might like to do. There we go. Oh, an excessive follow through from the Pyromancer. I could have actually just thrown a smaller spell as well. So I don't want to be killing all my minions. My healing totem will bring them up at the next go. So I'm just going to throw down an overloaded Earth Elemental, which will then give me a nice bit of attack next go. And it looks like Maexnna is all done. So this is a nice little visit to the world of Naxxramas. I'm really enjoying Naxxramas so far. People have said, oh, it's easy. I wouldn't say easy. Oh, there's the beast. So the web spinner we saw that gets you a random beast. That's the random beast that Maexnna managed to summon. Sadly, it is too late, I believe, for Maexnna to do anything about it. So Emma, as we swing in with our minions for victory. Now that shows how a web spinner can be nasty. You could get a beast in the form of the beast as a random beast, or you could get a terrible random beast as well.
This is not over, puny mortal.
And that is our defeat of Maexnna. So, thank you so much for tuning in. So, where can you find us? If you enjoyed this sort of mini playthrough guide, take a look at our other Hearthstone and Curse of Naxxramas videos. You can find us live at twitch.tv/FailCraft Cast, Monday through Friday nights, UK time, but we'll tweet on at FailCraft Casts whenever we go live. Also, check us out at youtube.com/FailCraft Casts. As you can see in the column on the left hand side of the page, you can see our YouTube there. It's got the extra S on FailCraft Casts rather than Twitch, and you can see a whole bunch of Hearthstone there, Curse of Naxxramas. We're doing lots of little mini guides, and we also do a bunch of other gaming videos as well, Heroes of the Storm, and loads of other things too. So please do check it out. And then last but not least, the website is none other than failcraft.org. And at failcraft.org you can find so many other things as well. You can not only find a whole bunch of videos and some things like that, but you can absolutely find some new player guides, links and other things that don't live quite so well in a written in a video form, for example. So thank you so much for tuning in. I've been Hammy. This has been FailCraft Casts, and I hope to see you again for another Naxxramas guide. Take it easy.